gonna quickly show you how I can cut 10 items off this baby registry in a flash. So let's jump right into it. The first item here is some onesies, along with the second, again, more onesies. I like that these are pretty gender neutral overall. You can put some clothes on your baby registry. It's not the most essential thing, like they do need clothes to wear, but you could buy those secondhand versus some items you're gonna want new, like disposable diapers, for example. So okay to put on here, but definitely not one of my like top priorities. Next, we have some wash spray in the bath. Great. I love that it's a pump. That's way easier to manage when you have a wet and slippery baby in the tub. Then we have burp cloths. I love that these are green, gender neutral. Right now, I'm okay with all these items. Let's keep going. Pacifiers, lotion. So when it comes to pacifiers, these are both MAM brand. So I believe it should like feel the same in their mouth as far as like the style. You can also get different sizes. Maybe one could be for newborn and one could be the next size up. The Savino lotion. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Where are we going to start making cuts? I don't know. Let's see. Here's the first item we are going to cut. So cut number one would be this baby brush set. We had something very similar, and honestly, the fuzzy brush doesn't work very long. The comb, I like one with a hard edge on it for parting hair, and the brush was fine, but we ended up getting a different one, you know. So for me, I would get a little more like mature hair supplies if possible. It's going to depend, of course, on your baby's hair and how quickly they get it, the texture of it, and what you can do with it. Next, we have some swaddle blankets. Now, I wouldn't actually swaddle my babies with these, but they're kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. You can use it as a burp cloth. You could use it as a nursing cover. You could just use it as a floor blanket if you're desperate. They're okay. Like that these are gender neutral, so they're good. Then we have some swaddles, very bright and colorful, but hey, they're gender neutral. They're a win. We're still on track. We have said no to one item so far. Item number two that I'm going to recommend you don't get is bassinet. If you want it, get it. Okay. But if you have to have it, no. Start them out in the crib. Then you don't have to transition them. You don't have to buy sheets, mattress protector, and the bassinet. Like cut that in half and just start with the crib. Your crib could come into your room, or you could go into their room if you want to be with them. All right, there's a way to work around it. And just because people get bassinets doesn't mean you have to get a bassinet. So this is number two that I would skip. I would go ahead and skip this. This is a lid to the haka. So there's a trick with the haka. You can just put it in a coffee mug. Set a coffee mug on the table next to you. Like you do your, not pumping, but milk collection, set it in the coffee mug, okay? You don't have to have this cap, all right? You can live without it. Next, we'd have a breast milk storage bag. So like say you do the haka, you need to put the milk somewhere, put it in the freezer. This is a keep. Now this next one is a skip for me, and that's silverettes. So I did not use these. I breastfed two babies, and guess what? I lived without this $30, $40 product. Okay, we are up to 4 skipped items. These rattles, I would skip. I would say baby just doesn't have to have them. They can just explore their hands and their feet without the rattle. So this would be my 5th skip. We got a skip here that we can't see the image. And then we're gonna go into this like teething toy. Okay, again, I would just give them like a plastic spoon or something. Like something that they're not gonna, you know, choke on or like puncture their throat on, you know what I mean? Not choke, but like kind of choke. Get baby safe things you have around your house, okay? Get them silicone blocks that they can play with, but also gnaw on. You don't have to have like a specific rattle and a specific teether. Get things that are multi-purpose. So for me, I think I would call this another skip. Okay, we'll go ahead and say keep on these teethers. Pick one or the other. You don't need a million of these kind of tools, okay? The postpartum belly binder. So if you could find this secondhand from a friend or like a sister or a cousin, go for it. We don't need to keep producing items that you need for a month of your life, maybe 2 or 3 months if you have 2 or 3 children. But like, we don't need to keep buying new items to just use it for like such a short period of time. Find it used if you can, but I'm not gonna say skip this item. This next one though, the breast milk pitcher, is a skip. What is my skip count currently at? Let's put that on the screen. You can just use a mason jar, a regular pitcher you already own. You do not need a specific breast milk pitcher. That is so silly. And this is where the baby industry is brainwashing you into thinking you need the perfect little things when you don't. Next, baby oil. It's up to you if you want baby oil. I would probably just do lotion. I feel like baby oil could become a mess really fast wherever you're changing them. You know, oil gets on carpet, couch, blankets. It can ruin things very quickly. So I don't know that I would go with baby oil. For me, it would be a skip. Then we have some of this like boogie product. These are like a saline mist. For me, skip. You don't need it until maybe you figure out that you need it. But don't just assume you're gonna need it. Not all babies are snotty messes. Then we have some chest rub. Again, you're just assuming your baby's gonna be sick. Skip it until you need it. Focus on diapers, focus on wipes, focus on bottles. Get essentials first. Over the door organizer. If you are tight on space, it's a yes for me. Now, I don't like clutter. We're not just trying to fill spaces and overbuy, but if you are in a small area, maybe you can't afford a dresser right now, or the closet's just teeny tiny, this could be great, okay? It could. Okay, the man bottles. We breastfed mostly. Like I mostly breastfed our babies, but we had a couple bottles we got for like free in the Amazon welcome like basket or Target welcome, and we got a man. We tried it out when we did need to use some bottles, and we did not like it. We found that it leaked. It's great for cleaning, but it's like it opens at the top and the bottom, and we just felt like it leaked. We were not happy, and I would never get that bottle or use that bottle again. Then we have this Frida Baby 3-in-1 like picker tool. Frida is under fire based on their marketing, so you may want to skip Frida altogether, but this item for me would be a skip. If I need to pick anything, I'll just use my pinky fingernail. Call me like rustic or whatever, but I don't need a tool for everything. Then we have the bottle drying rack, always a skip for me. Use a towel. You don't need this item to sit out for the next 4 years, okay? Skip the bottle drying. And with that, we are at the end of this baby registry. I lost count somewhere along the way, but I know we hit over 10 skips. And this baby registry didn't even have that many items, okay? You can reduce your baby registry by so many items. Now, I'm not saying get it down to 0. Get those gifts, but make them practical gifts that you are guaranteed to use. Diapers, wipes, diaper caddy. Get the essentials first. And if you feel like you want help with your baby registry specifically, I offer a service. It's where I review your baby registry. We go through it and talk about what is your life going to look like? Babysitting, going back to work, daycare, nanny, grandparents helping out, what are you going to do? How are you going to raise your baby? And what items do you need to make it happen? So if you're interested in checking out more about that service, it will be linked down in the description. In the meantime, look for more videos just like this on my channel.